What's good, y'all? I just wanted to make a nice little quick tip slash beginner video. Very simple stuff that most veterans would know, even just playing it a little bit. But yeah, by all means, stuff that beginners need to know. Throw them in the comments if you got something else. But yeah, enjoy. Alright, y'all. So the first thing I want to go over in this game that is just a must is well locations and food locations. So there's a well here, and this is like the best starter area on the map. You normally spawn, I'd say, in these 4 squares, maybe around here as well. And then this city is the best place for beginners. These apartment buildings are always filled with some food and scrap metal. And there's a well here on the map, right here in H7. And then there's plenty of wells around the map. I don't know all the locations, and I'm, not an expert in all that stuff on this map. I haven't been everywhere, but here's some in this. There's one here. I know there's some here. I know there's some, I'm pretty sure, along these roads somewhere. I know there's plenty of wells around everywhere, but this area is the best for beginners. You find tons of food in these apartment buildings. Just do a quick run through just to show. And yeah, you can fill any water bottle or canteen at a well, and then drink from the well from, the source itself as well. You don't have to only use a water bottle. So you collect the water. Here, I'll drink it first. Then I'll collect, full up on the canteen. Didn't mean to take my shirt off. And then you can just drink. You'll inspect if you hold that button, but yeah, drink from it yourself. But yeah, and then these apartment buildings, and then also the ones over here around the corner, those two directly right there, they always have great foods. And like, I got 7 duck meat just finding it. Yeah, real easy. And then, oh, look at that, we just mosey on to the next thing, which is reputation. So they kind of made it a lot easier to get your rep up. Before the update recently, you had to find scrap metal and take that. You could take that to the trader. Oh, there's Pop there. And then you had to, it was 1 scrap was worth 1 reputation. Where watches, like I just collected, says can be sold to the wandering trader, which is what that means. You could see the little legend on the left side of this map screen to show you what everything is, but they made it now to where you can sell it to the normal traders as well for the 10 reputation per watch and or cigarettes. So watches and cigarettes are a must. If you see those, grab those, because that's the only way to get your reputation up right now. And that's how you get better gear from the traders, be able to purchase. And yeah, pretty nice. Alright everyone, I wanted to continue the show, give a nice little actual view of what I was talking about with the scrap and the watches and stuff. So you can see right here above my, above this, you see my reputation is level 2 right now. And you need a lot. It's 0 to 100 just to get from 0 to level 1. And then it jumps from 100 to 500. And then it's 1,000. So it takes a while to rank up on the traders. And like I said before, the reason you want to rank up is that's how you get better gear from the traders themselves. You get, I don't remember the marks, but as you could see, up to level 2, you get some decent weapons. But yeah, you get some really good weapons, and then rank 3, you get even better, and then 4, yeah, you get my point. So, as I said before, they now made it to where, well, the scrap you could always sell to these traders, but now you can sell watches and cigarettes to this guy. Pretty great change, because the only way you used to be able to before this update was the trader, like I said, that was roaming over here, that had the, the dollar sign. And as you can see, the map's pretty big, and just, he's not even in the map right now, so you wouldn't even be able to sell those yet before that update change. So great changes. And then, yeah, just a nice little rundown to understand what reputation is. Yeah, let's get on to the next thing. All right, so the next thing I want to go over is, one is you can, whatever the button would be for you guys, but it's the sub menu. You can unload weapons, by the way, of dead enemies. And then also, it took way too long for me to figure out that when you see that little pouch envelope thing at the top left, you just go down and you can see they have stuff in their clothing that you can take. And then also, with clothing, you tear it up and you can make rags. Take the ammo and the rags that are on the ground, and then you're good to go. Just a nice little easy thing that took me way too long to figure out. And yeah, let's get to the next thing. Now the next thing I want to talk about is disassembling. I took way too long to learn how to do this. Something that everyone should know from the get-go, because once you loot those cities in that apartment building, as you could see, I got a lot of guns that are very beat up. You can disassemble them. If you look at the top left, you see I would get 3 rifle components, 3 shotgun components, 14 assault rifle components because of the condition. It's condition based. So you want to do this as early as possible so you can stack up the points. That way you can keep, when you get good gear like this, in tip-top shape. Because I have a bunch of rifle components. I've been doing it for a while. So I'm going to just sell the rifles, but I will disassemble the shotguns because I don't have as many. And then you can just go to repair. It tells you what you need to fully repair it, which it doesn't. You don't need to 100% repair it to repair it. It will just do it to what it, can, which is very handy. And yeah, very important thing. Keep, whatever weapons you're going to run. Helps out that I really only run ARs, snipers, and shotguns. I'm not an SMG guy, not handguns, and we'll see once I unlock some LMGs. I don't see me using LMGs anytime soon. But yeah, you can see I've been stashing my weapon parts, keeping them good. Yeah, must have. That way, like, as you can see, my rifle is getting a little to 80%. Got this one at 83%. Keeping these in tip-top shape, though. That went down to 97. Obviously, I think it's good until maybe 75%. Then it starts to deteriorate your stats and stuff. But yeah, you get my point. Stack up those, the weapon parts. And then you can repair whatever, I got 65 rifle components, and that will go towards this sniper. Wish I'd known this earlier. I found an actual Mosin, not the Mosin K that you get on the, dead bodies or the people in the city. Mosin K, or just regular Mosin, I can now buy. And I found it after the fact, but still, it's a pretty good sniper. But, it is what it is. I just thought the only way you could repair is you can find weapon repair kits. They only do like 10%. But you just place it on the gun, stuff like that, and it goes up, obviously, but, like, very rare of an item to find. Yeah, just wish I would have known it sooner. Let's just, on to the next one. Sleeping bags. Now, sleeping bags are essentially just spawn points for where you die, when you die. You can select these, and when you die, and you can respawn on the sleeping bag. You can't do it in a safe zone. I guess it's okay, whatever, but you can place them on the map. I have one here currently, and one here currently. Now, one thing about it is you can have up to 15 active at a time. They do deteriorate over time. I don't know how fast. They last a decent while, like a few real-life days, but very useful, especially like the scenario if you were going to go raid. Place a sleeping bag outside of the perimeter. You die. You can spawn there. There's cooldowns on it, so just place a bunch. And then you have multiple options to respawn. But yeah, very crucial. Great, just, pretty much like a save point in a way for, this kind of game. Just place a sleeping bag anywhere, and you can have, up, like I said, up to 15 at a time. Pretty great resource. And yeah, They definitely get used a lot. And now the final thing I wanted to mention here are ammo stacks. As you can see, if you don't have a full stack of ammo, you cannot sell it. But if you have a full stack of ammo, you can sell that stack of ammo for money. Wish I would have known this way sooner, because I've had thousands of shotgun shells and thousands of Mosin rounds. Now, as you can see, it's like, dang, dude, 500 shotgun shells? That will take a while, but the Mosin, this is where I really want to focus on. A full stack of Mosin ammo is only 100. That you can get very quickly. If you're lucky enough, you just go to this little city here. Like right now, there's 2 bases there. You could easily get 2 stacks, and you get money off of it. Now, it won't be 3 grand like this, because this is more rare ammo or whatever. I'd imagine it's going to be 2 grand, but yeah. 50 BMG, by the way, is only 20, and then I think you get 3,500 or 3 grand. I don't remember what it was. I've sold plenty of stacks of that because I'm a long ways away of getting to 50 cal, but yeah, get my point. Something I didn't know that my buddy learned and taught me. Pretty great, especially in the beginning when you don't need all that ammo. It's very rare that, like, I don't even need as much as I got, but obviously I'm gonna hoard it. Bonus little quick ones. I just wanted to show the trader locations. There's only 2 currently at the moment that I know of. I'm pretty sure there's only 2. As you can see, you get this big area that's a safe zone. The trader is currently where I'm standing, and as you can see where it is on the map, pretty much center of the map, pretty great location. And then there's a trader up here, and then yeah, it's pretty great, you know, I guess, but there's a lot of nothing going on over here. I don't know. This is just, to me, easily the best starter location. You got a well somewhere around here, and then you got the food in the apartment buildings. You got a trader right here. You got fucking bases that spawn all the time over through here. Great starter area. Just wanted to do some quick beginner tips. By all means, just if you know something I missed that you think people just starting need to know, by all means, put them in the comments. Not going anything crazy in this video, but yeah, just some stuff that, you know, you'd think would be obvious, but hey, man, some of the stuff I mentioned took way too long for me to notice. But yeah, like I said, if you guys know anything else that's something that beginners should know, yeah, let them all know in the comments. And yeah, thank y'all. Just another little quick one. I don't remember if I mentioned it or not, but this trader deals with more healing items and utility items, and then this trader does weapons. As you can see, the weapons have value now, and then attachments, where if I go to here, you can't sell to him. Don't remember if I mentioned that, but yeah, that's all I can think of right now. Yeah, thanks for watching, y'all. Later.